Prismatic Evolutions has been out for over 4 months now, and even though it's been out for that long, people are still having extreme difficulties getting their hands on any products. We've seen restocks, we've even seen new products drop, such as the Super Premium collection that came out about a week ago, but nobody is getting their hands on it. But with the restocks and news of more products coming soon, let's take a look at where the market's at with the sealed product, the singles, where they're headed, and where they could end up. First up, let's address the elephant in the room. I'm sure you've heard, but if you haven't yet, there is a new Prismatic Evolutions bundle coming to Costco. Absolutely ridiculous. Probably not the greatest time considering all the fights that have been happening over Pokemon cards. And I can guarantee you there are going to be fights over this. You're getting 2 ETBs and 2 booster bundles for $121. That breaks down to about $4 a pack. Absolutely insane. Like, people can't get their hands on a booster bundle or an ETB, but you're going to be able to go to Costco and get 2 of each for $121. Insane. We're going to look into the graphs more after we talk about this bundle, but 1 ETB is going for about $110 right now. So for $10 more, you're getting another ETB and 2 bundles. Ridiculous. I'm definitely going to have to try to get my hands on this. I don't know. I don't like the whole situation right now with going and lining up to try to get products. It's just insanity, but we'll see. It's definitely going to be worth your time to line up at Costco and try to pick this up. But if you don't want to line up at Costco, these are going to be available on Costco's website. The purchase limit is going to be 1 per membership per day. So hopefully that means more people will be able to have a chance at getting these products. Maybe we haven't seen that much Prismatic at stores like Walmart because they're holding it all for Costco. Who knows? I do also want to mention, of course, PokeNotify is going to help you secure this product. Their team is always getting the links ready, so you can be the first one to be notified when these products go live. If you haven't signed up for PokeNotify yet, hit that link in the description. Gives me a kickback, and it'll help you secure your products. You can learn more about it and start your 3-day free trial today. I should also mention PokeBeach thinks that we're going to be getting more news, such as a release date for this product any day now. It could release this week for all we know. So before we get into the graphs, that's like your best bang for your buck with Prismatic products right now. You're getting 30 packs for $121 if you find them. Definitely worth trying to get your hands on this product. And as we get to the singles, I'm sure we're going to be expecting those graphs to go down. Just like with 151, all the 151 stuff has been down recently, especially when looking at the singles. And that's just because so much of it was opened recently. More cards are hitting the market, and the same thing should happen with Prismatic Evolutions. So let's talk about the product. We'll start with the newest product, the Super Premium Collection. Have you guys seen this product yet? I have only seen it at one store, and it was going for $4.50 Canadian. I don't know what that is off the top of my head in USD, but it's a lot more than the $219 it's going for on the secondary market. We've just been seeing this drop consistently. Of course, it's only been out for about a week now. On release day, you're seeing sales for like $250. Right now, $220. I hope it goes down more. It's a really good product, but man, like, we know the pull rates are garbage. Like, opening this product is not good. If only 10% of the Super Premium collections are going to get opened up, I don't know how investable it's going to be long term, because everyone's going to have it and everyone's going to be wanting to offload it at different times. You might not see massive returns. I also hope Costco gets some of these in the future because, man, I want to get my hands on one. I'd like to open one up, but I'd also like one for my sealed collection because I didn't keep a 151 UPC like an idiot. I'd hope it keeps dropping. Of course, it's only been out for a little while now. I'm sure there'll be other waves. They'll be printing Prismatic Evolutions for the next year, I'd imagine, maybe even longer. $220 right now. I really hope it goes, down to like $150. The Pokemon Center ETB has bounced around a little bit. It was going for as high as 400 USD and as low as 240. Right now, about 285. I don't know if we're going to see many of these restocked. I feel like it's easier for them to just print more regular ETBs. But at the same time, with all the retail issues going on in the Pokemon world, it might be better for Pokemon just to like withhold product and sell it themselves. You're seeing that with the vending machines. So we'll see. Typically, they don't release more of these after the set has gone live, but they very well could due to the demand of Prismatic Evolutions and pretty much everything these days. I'm going to start speeding through these a little bit. You've got the ETB at $111. I'd love to open more of these. I want some more of those Eevee promo cards. I'd love to grade one, but it'll probably be pretty cheap to pick up in a 10 if we wait a little while. The surprise box, the next poncho box, I don't know if that's a joke or not. I keep hearing people say that. Gone down to $55. These surprisingly, surprisingly, have been pretty difficult to find. I haven't really seen too many of them around. I did get some pre-orders in from Pokemon Center, sold one of them, kept the other one. I don't know. I'd love to open it up, but the only promo card that's really worth, much money is going to be the Umbreon. And the 4 prismatic packs, like, you're going to pull garbage anyways, so I feel like there's not really a point in opening this product. Maybe if you're grabbing it at $20, but 55, no way. The booster bundles have been restocking on Pokemon Center pretty consistently. You can usually pick up 2 of them, so not too bad. Of course, I'd like to pick up like 100 of these if I could, but that's not going to happen, I don't think, anytime soon. Going for $65 right now. Pretty good bang for your buck. 6 packs, $65. Again, if you're on PokeNotify, they've been restocking these like weekly on Pokemon Center as of late. Get in there, get notified. You can pick these up. There's always that wait room, but pretty much everyone I know has been able to secure these if they have tried. And I do want to talk about the booster packs right now. The loose booster packs are about $11.50. That being said, that Costco bundle, they're going for about $4 if you can grab that. Very drastic difference, and I feel like if it's a massive wave of these Costco bundles, it's going to cause the pack prices to drop. At least that's what I hope. No Pokemon product should come out the gates going for like 2-3x MSRP. It's just ridiculous. Back in like the Sword and Shield days where most of my money was spent on my Pokemon investments, I was buying, booster boxes on release at like 140 Canadian. Easily. If I waited, 3 to 6 months after release, maybe 120 Canadian. People just didn't want product. Now everybody wants product because they know they can just flip it on Facebook. That was not the case. If everyone chills out and stops buying product at these ridiculous prices, market value will go back down. It's not healthy for the hobby having $300 booster boxes, $150 ETBs right out the gate. But anyways, we'll dive into the top 10 singles. Again, I'm going to try to go through these pretty quick. I don't want to have a 30-minute video here. Sometimes I find myself rambling. But we've got Ceruledge. I say this name funny sometimes. Roast me in the comments if that's wrong. Ceruledge, $178. Again, this one's just been dropping. I say again, but I'm pretty sure every card has been dropping from this set. It's typical, right? As supply goes up, it's going to go down because there's going to be more options to pick it up. It's going to be a race to the bottom. 245 back at the beginning of March. Today, 179. I got to say, this Pokemon's grown on me quite a bit. Really big fan of it. Roaring Moon is next. This is probably my personal favorite. It's the only Roaring Moon or Salamence card I need from this generation. Spiked up to almost $310. Right now going for $218. I feel like this one's going to drop more as well. Like, it makes sense that all the evolutions are in the top. Roaring Moon, very popular Pokemon, surprisingly, but I'm sure once a ton of these are on the market, this one's going to go down drastically. You've got Flareon, its 3-month high was 407. Right now, it's at about 290, but it looks like it's going to continue to drop. I got to say, I'm a big fan of this one. Vaporeon was sitting at about 400, 390 to 400 for a while there, but dropped drastically. Right now, it's at about 290, 291, a little more than the Flareon. Glaceon, same story. It was sitting up there at about $340. Right now, about $301. I still have to say, this set has been out for a while, and I still am a firm believer that every Evolution alternate art is better than these. I don't think any of these special illustration rares are better than what was offered in Sword and Shield. I would spend this money and go back and grab those. And if you pull one, I'd probably sell it too, man. I don't really foresee these going up anytime soon. The only one so far that's actually gone up in the last 3 months is the Jolteon. 285 was its low, spiked up to 332 and is right now at about 325. I'm a fan of this card too. Honestly, it looks good, but I still like those alternate arts from the premium collection boxes, those promos. Espeon's been dropping as well. 430 was its high, now 345. Leafeon saw some gains, but is now dropping again. It was 360, went up to 470, right back down to 390. Obviously, Leafeon is a fan favorite. I think this artwork is really nice as well. I'm a little surprised Leafeon is ahead of Espeon. I feel like there's more Espeon fans, but I do think the artwork is a bit better on Leafeon than Espeon. Sylveon as low as 455, all the way up to 565, and now just under 500. It's about 490, 495. I think this is the best evolution artwork in the set. The colors are really good, and I think a lot of people agree, and that's why it's showing this price point. I feel like it's going to stay strong. Obviously, not as strong as the Umbreon. Nothing is going to knock Umbreon off the throne here. But I feel like Sylveon will probably stay in the number 2 spot indefinitely. Very strong artwork. And Umbreon, Sunbreon, Moonbreon 2.0, whatever you want to call it, has dropped quite a bit, but is still very, very strong. 3 months ago, it was going for about 1,600. Right now, 1,250. Of course, it's going to continue to drop. I don't know how low it's going to go. I feel like if it hits $1,000, that'll be a stable point, or it'll bounce right back up. I could see a lot of people buying it if it hits 1,000. That might be that threshold number where people are kind of waiting. If they see it hit 1,000, they might think it's worth it. Realistically, is it worth it? I don't know. Pull rates are very difficult. I still don't think it's as good as the original Moonbreon card, but some people might disagree. Probably just as difficult to pull, but being this expensive for still a relatively new card, pretty well brand new, we didn't see that with the Moonbreon. The Moonbreon was a lot cheaper on release. I think at one point it was going for like $150 to $200. I know I've seen it for like $350 Canadian. It has not returned to that price, but it was a slow burn. It went up in value, dropped, went up in value, dropped, went up in value, dropped quite a bit more recently. That PSA 10 is down quite a bit, but that is a healthy price point. I do have a fear that this Moonbreon 2.0 is going to just continue to drop, hit 1,000, maybe go up a little bit, and then drop some more. I'd be weary spending this kind of money on a new card, but at the same time, the hobby is not what it was when I was getting into Pokemon card collecting and investing. I just feel like it's not a safe bet. If I were to want to spend $1,250 on something Pokemon related, I'd be buying some booster boxes of like Paldea Evolved or something like that I'm certain would be going up, maybe like Crown Zenith ETBs, something like that. Get a little bit of a return, but if you just need this card for your collection, I do think it'll hit $1,000, and that's when you might want to pick it up. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Really wanted to get a Prismatic Evolutions video out there. Wanted to talk about this new Costco bundle because I think it's pretty big news in the hobby. We also haven't talked about the Prismatic market in a while, so it's going to be nice to kind of look back on this, see where the market was and where it's going to go when the Costco bundles hit store shelves. Let me know in the comments below if you think it's going to be good or bad for the hobby. And if you're not signed up for PokeNotify yet, hit that link in the description. You can learn more about the service, start your free trial, and be ready to get that Costco bundle before anyone else. All right, I'm going to get out of here. If you like this video at any point, consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 5K, but I can't do it without your support. I got a bunch more content in the works, some giveaways planned, so stay tuned for all of that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.